What pride's gonna be the death of you and you and you. Why can't I find this link? Ah, whatever. Good morning. Good morning, Linwood. He was in here first, technically. Good morning, John G. Good morning, E. Good morning, Optioneer. Good to see you, folks. Alexis, I know you're going to have a great day. It was prophesized. This one is just nuts. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's share the stream link around. I forgot to do that. I'm literally the one streaming. Today's not going to be an as long stream as the last 2 days. The last 2 days, I almost went 5 hours apiece. Today, though, I have to do something, but I will be going for almost 2 hours. But honestly, that's probably a good thing because we're going to be taking profits on a couple things today. So we don't need to technically be here all day. Good morning, Garden. Great morning. I've been trying to hit that like button since I opened YouTube. I saw that, bro. I saw you say good morning, and it was before my chat message even popped up. I was like, all right, this guy's been here. He's ready. Which, whatever, that's cool. I don't even know if you could see my message or not either. What is this inside of? I didn't even know there was a gap here. That's not a 50. Huh? Why is this level here? Oh, I'm stupid. No? Oh, no, that is right. Okay, well, AMD filled a gap in pre-market. That's crazy, too, because I literally was just targeting this level. We're getting blessed today. Actually, I'm going to leave this on the daily time frame. And I did see the other swing is up 33 cents in pre-market or something, but that's like really small for that stock. And then two, we have more time on that one. And that's not up worth shit, so the other swing that was even cheaper has a better chance. But we'll see. I'm going to also try to keep my swings like that too. I was trying to keep it to where if I posted one or two, I would keep it under $200 total. Today that happens to be working out great, but these are not... I want to also be clear, this is not how normally swings work. Did you already go over spot? No, I have not yet. I was just chilling, letting people join in. Are you also in the Discord, Ayala? Or no, you just joined the YouTube streams? Good morning, good morning, good morning, Dr. J. Good to see you, dude. You are? You just need to start using it more? Hardly go on it? Oh, okay. Well, the only thing I was going to say, and I say this to everybody who is a member in the Discord, you don't even have to be typing or anything, but I would at the very least be checking the levels channel so you get that update. Because I actually take time to repost Spy over and over again in my channel. The day before is my big thing, and then in the morning of, I do both. So that's a really big thing. But I also go over it in stream, so I'm happy to do that too. I just wanted to let you know that you do have access to that. You do have something you could just go quickly check. But I understand if you don't jump on it, it's whatever. I actually have a ton of people like that, so I'm not really bitching. But to go over the game plan though, and I'll read it from the post too, because I want you to understand. Like, we do look at this the night before, and then we kind of repost it again. And no watch list today, guys, on the different tickers, just because news, and probably won't see one tomorrow either. So I'm sorry about that. I kind of edged y'all, and I posted one yesterday, and now we're not going to get to do it for the next 2 days. So that's whatever. But yesterday I said going to be interesting to see if price. Right now we're looking at SPY, guys. Going to be interesting to see if price can hold / break 651.46 to 652.25. That's this area right here. We're actually way over this right now in pre-market. We're bumping this level and then rejecting and kind of sitting right here. Any struggle under that level can bring short-term caution until better dip dies present themselves at levels like 650. If we do not see an area fail and sellers take over, actually none of this matters because we haven't done that. So I'll just scroll down. SPY held the area posted in pre-market and launched to above targets from news this morning. Now to see if they maintain over 651.46 to 652.21 or pop over 654.50. So it's the same exact game plan, different levels, right? We were like, all right, we need to get over this and hold this and then go up. Whoops. But now that we've gapped up in pre-market from, all the news, we've hit this level and we're kind of resting right here. Now the game plan has shifted. Now it's like, all right, does this area hold and we keep getting bounces? Or does it just rip through 654.50? And of course, there is that scenario too where it fails to hold this area and we do see it return back to yesterday's price action. That is also possible. But I don't think we're going to get as much movement as people think today because of us also having CPI tomorrow, which is just as important news as today. So I could see us getting initial news in the morning, maybe even something during lunchtime. But I think by that amount of time, people will start realizing, oh, shit, we have stuff tomorrow, and then stop trading. So I think, honestly, most of our trading should be done before lunchtime. Now, I could be wrong, and you guys could sit here all day and trade all you want. I'm not sitting here telling you what to do. I'm just saying that's what the context is potentially telling us because of what we're seeing. We're getting a move pretty massively this morning, and we don't really need it, considering we do have more news tomorrow. But some of the news today, though, coming in definitely sheds light on what more data tomorrow could look like, so that's a good thing. So we'll see what we get. Will do. Yeah, and if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, fuck it, It's really whatever you want. But that is everything from the channel and then everything we just updated now. So SPY is updated, guys. Will do. Morning, gang. Let's get these 10Ds. Yes, sir. I'll probably be taking profit on AMD right at the open. I'm not even going to front. What's up, Carter? What's up, kid? How you doing? Grand Rising. You said trade floor? Don't see that post. No. Hashtag levels channel. It's above trade floor. There's trade floor, then above it is polls, above it is levels, and you might even want to check daily updates too. I post the weekly news there. I don't know why it's called daily updates, but that's what that's supposed to mean. Yeah, hit that like button. Market opens in a little under 4 minutes, guys. Here, I'll show you, Ayala. It's this channel here. I have a message typed out right now. I'm not trying to be weird. So you can see like last night or yesterday. A little bit of an update, and that's, of course, before the move happened. I'm just wanting to at least get some context on what the hell's going on. And then I repost it in the morning sometimes. Sometimes I don't. I just do it in the stream. But today I wanted to remind everybody that's the same area holding. And it was funny today, too, because, and this is why I like my system a lot, is because people can arrive at the same exact opinion as me without even, using me at all, right? You can see here, OB play to the upside. What a beauty. I'll be looking for a retest of the all-time high 652.21. What level did I just say in here? 652.21. That's weird, right? Then you... Oh, where'd I go? Oh, then here. That it did, sir. You and I have the exact same plan. Good shit, Adam. Good shit, Letterbuck. It's just nice to see everybody kind of arriving at the same conclusion. Just using basic levels. We're not trying to make it all, complex or make it difficult on ourselves. We're just using context of what the market's already given us, too. So let's actually highlight this area because it will probably be important today. It's not letting you like the stream, dude. That's evil. Keep it simple the BB way. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to those two guys in chat because I saw that and I was like, wow, that's fucking cool. Which I know for a fact most people end up with around the same plan anyway, regardless of how they're getting to it. Because a lot of the time you guys are just using emerging candles. You're also lining up with a lot of the people who are using just halfway points or just gap halfway points or just candlestick information. A lot of your key levels line up a lot of the time. And you should all still be using the halfway point, the open as directional value, regardless of how the fuck you're getting your levels. We all know that's how the market's working right now. At least in here. So, as long as you arrive around the same conclusion in this chat, it's pretty chill. I know bullshit. If I did not post AMD, I was probably going to jump into Woot's play. Because there's a couple plays in chat that were posted as well that are going to be popping off by all the different people in chat. Two that go straight to my head are Woot's and Username. Username did 3 or 4 posts in the lifetime area. So if you guys have access to that area, he's been posting some... I almost said the bad word. He's been posting some banger swings is what I was going to say. You guys lagged. Y'all didn't hear me say that. YouTube, you didn't hear that. That was lag. His swings have been insane. I just don't like to come in here and be like, oh my god, y'all should sign up and buy this and buy that and just follow his swings. Like, no. It's just an extra thing. But Username puts in the work. So I always like to throw respect his way. How did everyone sleep last night? How are we feeling this morning? Market opens in about 10 seconds, guys. Let's go. I'm ready. Market is officially open, everybody. Let's get it. And oh my god, the 600s are opening up at 550. I gotta take it here. I'm gonna lower the sell price too because I don't think people realize that you can't sell at those prices. I don't even know what percentage that was. I even said it in chat. You have to set a lower price to sell. Don't be an idiot and sell the bid when all we see is sell orders coming in at the open. It's kind of an obvious thing. But to some newbies, it might not be. All right, now I got to do the math on this swing. I got to know. It's crazy, too, because I fucking hate posting lotto plays, and this one actually works. All right, 410 minus 99. What the hell is that? 311 profit on one. That is insane. I had 2 of those. 311 divided by entry price. No fucking way is that number right. 311 divided by 0.99. That is correct. Holy shit. 314%. Alright, well. I do need to check this one, though. Oh my god, it's actually a red candle. Let's go. I thought this was going to gap up more. I mean, it did, but it's already back down. And what do we have our average on this one? 28. Oh my god, I looked at the wrong side of the fucking... I looked at the wrong side of the chain. I was like, dude, these are up fucking 80%. That's wrong. Wow, they are actually up in price, though. If anybody's in my put play as well, I don't know why that's up, but it is. I'm assuming there's not a lot of orders in there, so if you went to go sell it, it probably would drop like $4 on the options price, that is. We might have to actually just get out of APA. God, I can't breathe. Here, I guess I'll do this, because I did say stop loss needs to be the EMA. I don't know why I added these. I don't need those. What the hell happened to the chart? Oh, that's what happened. Bro, I'm so lost looking at this chart. I just realized why. Load. Bro, I just realized why this chart is freaking me out. Okay, so I posted this for shorts when it was still an inside bar at $22.34. Why is this not loading? I just loaded the daily. Okay, this candle right here was an inside bar when I posted it. That's why this is up. I was so fucking lost. I need to be getting out of this right now. I was like, bro, the chart's not right. This is a different ticker. I genuinely didn't see how this closed yesterday after I posted this. Just gonna TP since that target pretty much already hit. Not crazy gains, but contract was 0.28. It is now. And I'm going to post an actual number. See, this is something a lot of options sellers or traders do online. They lie to people. So I bought this at 28, and it looks like, oh, if I was to sell it, I would get 55, right? I would get 55 when I go to sell it, right? That's not the case. You're not going to be able to sell it for that exact price. It's going to actually move on you because most of the time it's not liquid enough. Like right now, I'm on a ticker that's not liquid enough, which I can't even load the fucking 5-minute on this thing. Yeah, my target hit. That sucks. I didn't even know that happened. Okay, well, we're getting out of that one too, guys. If anybody's in my other swing too, please get out. APA was at 28. You'd be able to sell it for 46 tops. 45 to 46. It says 49 to 48, but that's not right. All right, well, the long and the short worked out. Okay, now I need to go back and review this because I genuinely posted this at... Oh, it was almost 2 o'clock when I posted it. I had an hour left in the day after that. That's awkward. Okay, well... Bro, is there a reason I'm not allowed to see the 5-minute on APA? Can anybody pull up the 5-minute on APA and tell me that I'm not tripping? Or tell me I am tripping? I don't know why I can't open the APA 5-minute. That is really weird. I have no problem pulling up any other time frame for it. All right. I sold for 45. What is that math? It's 17 over 28. Where's my calculator? 1700 divided by 28 equals 60.7%. Wow, okay. Thank you, Spicy Pepper. Okay, now I need to backtest what candle did I get on, because I am lost on that one a little bit. I mean, I'm not joking. When I posted this, it looked like this, right? So then I pull up this chart and I'm lost as fuck. Cause I'm like, what is this candle? Is this a different chart? um, but yeah, that was weird. 151. So on your chart, that would be. Okay, around that higher low before it dipped. So it literally did just sell after we entered yesterday. I did not know that. I posted that, got off. I probably would have said, let's just TP today and not risk this, but whatever. That would have been a little annoying. Because I genuinely posted that, stopped paying attention. So I think if I would have came back to that, that would have been a little annoying. But we're all good. All right, guys, we could finally focus on SPY now. Even though it really hasn't done much, but we're here now. Oh, man, I'm a little fucking worn out. We've only been here for 8 minutes. I had to type a lot, I won't lie. I'm also especially happy because I actually took time to post those early. And then I went into the different channels and I said, guys, I posted swings. Like, I don't normally go into the chat. I'm like, yo, I fucking posted. Go pay attention on swings. Normally I just do that for, like, my updates. But I actually, like, went in there and was like, yo, assholes, look. 314% and 60%. I'm fucking happy today. And I'm also especially proud because both of these were under $100. The other one was under $30. That's pretty chill. I know how annoying it can be to find tickers that don't have, like, you know, volume or liquidity to actually move the options. And then you go buy it and it's, like, really expensive to get one. You know, it's kind of annoying. All right, maybe we do need to be looking at IWM. Ignore the... Oh, wait, you don't have to ignore the arrows. I thought they were going to be off. We're all good. IWM might be a good top watch, and I won't lie, Apple didn't move much either. Well, now it is. But that's why I posted that in premium today, because it was just like, this chart still has movement in it. Just don't know what direction. Yesterday was a little bit of context to us, too, that Apple is genuinely weaker than the market right now. And has been for a little while. I mean, market keeps going up, and Apple's like, just kidding. So, I wonder if we'll see the market follow Apple, or will Apple finally catch the F up? That's just something to think about over the next couple weeks. And good morning, guys. Sorry, I had a lot of typing and posting and stuff to say and do. But good morning. If I missed you, sorry. Good morning. You're not hated. I love you. Yeah, good shit, Alexis. Got to bed late, binging Wednesday. Oh, I heard it was good, though. Apple's dropping. Good call out by Adam. Gap up 0.5% above PDC. About 70% of the time previous day high touches. Oh, wait. Let me read that again. Gap up 0.5% above previous day close. Okay, that makes sense. About 70% of the time previous day high touches. About 50% of the time previous day close touches. Oh, shit. So it's pretty high probability we get a pullback from that kind of gap. Is that what I'm reading? Is that what the cheat sheet says? High probability that pullback happens and we do see a test of previous day high and close. At least the high, which the high and close are so close, they might as well be the same thing. Good morning, Alice. Good to see you, bro. Your Marvel calls bank too? Nice, bro. Everybody's winning today. Let me see. Oh, you did get the gap. Dude, good shit. I did see some stocks that did not move at all, and it was like, holy shit, if you had swung that, that would suck. I also did not check the Chinese stocks. I need to do that. Yeah, those didn't move. Coin's still going. That was one of those expensive setups that we were liking, but we're just like, we'll avoid it for now. We'll do a mental rep. And yeah, look at this. Holy. The daily's going to look fucked up for AMD for a while now. Yeah, I was going to say, if today closes as a red candle, it's going to be even worse. Because we started here, gapped up to here, pulling back. This is, by the way, this is the halfway point of this gap, not this one. I was just leaving it there because it's pretty notable info. I could see it wicking here finally, but I did not mark the gap of this. It's probably a combination of the both. Oh, yeah. So AMD's area is going to definitely be between there for direction. So this is where AMD can catch support or keep falling. Now, I don't know if I'm not catching a double dip on that, but that is a very interesting idea. Target acquired, and I can grab some dunkings. Did I hear marbles? No, you did not hear that. You're schizophrenic. Sorry to yell at my big dog. She's fucking barking at literally nothing. Marvel sounded like marbles. Oh, I did kind of probably roll it when I said it. I do be a little lazy when I'm talking. I'm just proud of chat, man. I posted some bangers. Rob posted a banger. A few other people in chat posted bangers. Danak posted a banger. Woots posted a banger. I'm trying to find everyone and give them credit for it. I don't even know who Danak is. He's not like a member, but he posts, so it's whatever. He's chill. Larry Ellison of Oracle net worth went up 70 billion overnight. Huge info by DataJ. Can you tell me what Lisa Sue's went up? People forget Lisa Sue's going to be the first woman to be a trillionaire. She going to do it. All right, I am back to being focused on the charts, guys. I think I'll be done typing for a little while. What's up? Who all took part in either swings from either me or any of the other people in chat, or maybe your own? Did anybody raise hands? I need to count it. I need a show of hands here. Who all killed it already this morning, and who is still chilling, looking to find their opportunity? And be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Sorry I haven't got to say that yet. I haven't sold my soul yet on stream. Drop a like, share the stream link around. You know all that bullshit. All the usuals. You're still holding UNH and Intel? Nice. Yeah, I won't lie. I think Intel's still an insane setup. If you go to the daily, I didn't see what it did this morning, so I don't have that context. But okay, a little bit of a move. But I like Intel as well. They're still holding a bit of a higher low over this area, so it's still got that really good look to it, to where it looks like it wants to go pop towards its highs at least. Good shit though. Took small gain on APA, didn't take others. Super fun. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a little my fault, probably. I still can't pull up the 5-minute. Can't see the 15, but I can see the 30. Bro, make that make sense. I'll pretend that didn't piss me off. But that's probably my fault a little bit, Carter. I genuinely just did not see that it did that the last literally 30 to 45 minutes of the day yesterday. I really had no idea. Oh, I'm on the 30 minute. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So that is probably a little bit my fault. Where's the... Here it is. Why do I even set that? I'm just going to fuck it up every time. And then, of course, this morning had buyers. But that makes sense. I came across this company a few days ago. NVT does the same thing as VRT in regards to data center cooling. Could be a banger in the future. Obviously, do your DD, but it looks interesting. Yeah, we can check it out. NVT. Spy new high of day, by the way. Yo, Rob, their name is actually really cool. Invent Electric, and then the V is capitalized. That's actually kind of a cool name. Invent. A little stupid, but it's actually kind of cool. The way it was spelled looks cool, at least. Shout out to the big V. The company's website and restaurant. Electrical components, thermal management. I don't need to know all this. I'm stupid, bro. Just show me numbers. Oh, I can't look at market share on this. Market share of... Where's my words typing? That didn't make any sense. That is interesting because this says here that VRT has a market share of about 16.5%. And it has a leading market share in data center cooling at 23.5%, which actually isn't that crazy. Because that means there's at least, 3 other companies helping, compete with that. The global data center cooling market and a 37.5% share in perimeter thermal technologies, though some of this data is older from 2020. That's true. It even shows it right here. Okay. I'll add it to the best shit ever list. How's that? Watch for a pullback on AMD under this area. I would watch to begin watching a pullback under this area, but you already can because we're under today's open and have been struggling pretty much all morning. That's the 15-minute on the left, 5 on the right. Good morning, everybody. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. CRWV. Oh yeah, CRW. Trust me, I won't forget that one, dude. I even put it on this list too. Because whenever I saw you bring that up, where is it? I just saw it. There it is. Whenever you brought that up, I was initially like, oh, you're probably typing it because it's blasting. Never mind. But yeah, this is a really good ticker Sandollar showed us. I'm not gonna lie, Sandollar and Rob have produced some bangers on the watch list recently. If you guys are not paying attention to what shares people are buying in chat or what tickers are low key right now, you need to be paying attention. There are amazing hard workers in our chat. I don't even sit there and be like, guys, why are you not following just my plays? Like, no, I genuinely want you to pay attention to the other members of the group because a lot of them are really good leaders and are posting shit like this. Dude, banger, Sandollar, banger. I think I said you need to watch for it to go to the halfway points of each of these candles. So if you want to do that now, we can. I was a little off on that one. That one was pretty close. Dude, it opened over this one. That's crazy. Those are rough, but technically saying it does have more room, though. But now you know the area to watch in case it doesn't keep going today. You can watch for an inside bar or something here. Which, remember, we have CPI tomorrow, so some of this euphoric feeling might see a continuation. We might get inside bars after that data if something's confusing, you know? Oh, now Sophie's going up. She just wanted me to get out of it first. That's fucked up. Thank you. I got a delivery. I got a delivery. It's a puppy. Good morning and happy Oracle Wednesday. Yeah, dude. I saw a few of you killing it on Oracle. I'll pull that up for you. Just to give the respect. Because, yeah, Danak, and I think I saw you posting this too. And then I saw people in our chat on NVIDIA. People in our chat are in AMD, or were. And we had APA shorts that did good, now getting bought up. But still, we're happy with most of the swings I saw in chat. And I might be missing a few from some of the guys, but that was the gist of it. AMD. Yeah, when I saw that we had strikes at 160 and it's opening at 164, I was like, yeah, we'd be stupid not to just get out at the open. Even if it does go up more, like, that'd just be greedy. No, you're good. You don't have to post screenshots. I don't like to pressure people. If they want to, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Damn, you got almost 60% on that. Oh, wait, and then this one got almost 80. Are these two different posts? Oh, it's the same post. Or same thing, different times. Damn, that's actually fire. I'm not going to lie, I can't tell if the post above Linwood is even real, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Just because NVIDIA did actually move that much. And I don't want to be a dick. Fig is on the move? Yeah, Fig's going to keep fucking going. 3% day. It's going to be a pebble to us in the future. And I'm still waiting for more data on these to get the IV percentiles and stuff for you, Sandollar, but I just haven't gotten them. AMD is breaking under the 50% gap. We'll see if that continues or not. Very indecisive candle on the SPY 15-minute. As we all know, this is a very 50-50 candle, and we are under today's open. So a little caution here on SPY, as well as AMD. Oh, where you exited. Okay. Dude, good shit then. I'm happy you guys got to get in that because I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about the smaller accounts when I was posting APA. I was like, dude, I gotta find something. There was a contract on it too that was like triple that price, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna go for the one that's like $28. And even if it doesn't move as great as the other one, it wasn't about that. It was just like I want to get a somewhat quality play out to someone who can afford this, because that it does annoy me when I only post plays that are like, guys, did you get it on this? And it's like $600 or not 600, but like $200-300. Like I don't expect people to just jump on that. At $28, that's something you could risk and it not be the end of the world for some of the smaller accounts. So I was happy to do that. And hopefully we could find more that are like that. I think I'm going to keep using the scanner, which I did literally make live on stream yesterday. That helped me find AMD and APA. I wasn't even going to find other good swings, but then I found those on the scanner. Which that was kind of fun too. I used ChatGPT to do the coding aspect of it all for me. I just told it what I wanted and it spit out the code for me. I added it to the system and I had to actually adjust like 2 or 3 things after that, but it did most of the work. So shout out AI. Yes, that is, Rob. That is a triple inside bar. Inside of the most confusing, indecisive candle on the chart right now. Actually, I think that's, yeah, I was going to say, I think I have that marked. From a couple days ago, because I've been watching IWM. I like IWM. The chain's really nice. It's liquid, and it's got pretty good movement most days. But yes, you're correct. This thing's squeezing its ass off. Let me know, guys. How'd y'all do today? Or already? I know most people are doing pretty well today, but I want to keep spreading that positive energy in here. I'd also like to keep it realistic that swings don't always work out like that. A little risky for all of us to be swinging on a day that has literal data coming out, but it's whatever. That's besides the point. I'm not here to be your parent. I'm sorry if y'all have to hear this. I'm trying to put something up. All right. Nobody answered, bet. I'll pretend I didn't ask that question then. I'm really confused. I see a few people still holding swings, but it's like, bro, what? I almost promise we have a gap down tomorrow. I'm not going to promise that because I don't know, but I almost promise it. No, you're good, Devontae. I was just wanting to keep seeing if anybody else had gotten gains already this morning or not. I was just seeing what was up with everyone. Also, guys, definitely be sure to pat any of your fellow traders on the back. If you see anybody posting like gains or you see them posting a setup and they're doing really good from it, make sure to hit them up, be like, yo, good shit, or tag them in chat and be like, yo, nice. You're going to appreciate that when it's heading your way. Brisk, that better be a real screenshot, man. Or I'm gonna be really fucking butthurt. I really hope he gets back online and answers me. That's actually gonna hurt my feelings. I think it is real because he doesn't have any promotions on his profile. Normally that's what people do. They'll post like a bunch of fake games and then be like, yo, look guys, I'm killing it. But I don't think he's doing that. Giving him the benefit of the doubt. Tobias posted something pretty funny. Again, just repeating my point that was in chat. If you guys are holding a short-term swing, please don't be stupid. Don't be greedy. If you have a lot of time on your contract, we're in a different conversation, but any short-term swingers, please don't be stupid. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm genuinely saying that because, you know, who wants... No one else is going to tell you that. They're all going to be like, yeah, man, keep holding. Ha, ha, ha. They're not going to tell you what they're actually thinking. Yeah, keep holding, man. I don't care if you lose. Just took 50% on SPY 656 calls. You're a fucking legend. Let me pull that up. Oh, I can't even... There we go. And yeah, good job. Like I said, there really wasn't a pullback, and you really shouldn't be looking for one unless you see this break. So this has a lot of room. Good job, though, bro. I don't know what you got in on, like what candle or whatever, but good shit. I'm assuming it was in pretty good if you got 50%. Inside bar breakup, by the way, on the 5-minute. This is a bullish inside bar breakout above current day open. Here, I'll actually mark a real level. I think we're all tired of me drawing those. By the way, this level is nothing. I just drew it because it's between the all-time high and my fib extension. And I'll be dead ass. I was going to mark a level of 655 because I thought that was the 50. And then I was like, well, I'll just draw it. And I found it. And it ended up being pretty much smack dab in the middle. So that is the reason that level exists. There is no other reason. It's just a halfway point between two actually existing levels. This is an extension. This is an actual level. And then we have a 50% of those two. Just to kind of split it up. Because I don't think it's fair to be like, guys, above this, target this. It's like, nah. There is something in between. End of 9:55 minute candle held. Low of day. Okay, 8:50 my time. Okay, towards the end of this, you liked that it held onto the low. Damn, you're a demon. I won't lie, this inside bar popping up was pretty nice for you. I bet it was a little scary, though, because it was under the open, but you did a good job. AMD is holding a liquidity grab, by the way. That might actually have room to go jump up again. 162s and then maybe today's open. I need to ask you guys something because I am kind of a dick sometimes inadvertently, and I don't mean to be. But can you guys tell me if this is this like a fair way of asking somebody that? I'll unhighlight it. I mean, I'm asking genuine advice from you guys. That's a fair way of asking that, right? I don't think I'm being a dick, right? I mean, if I am, please just say it. I won't get mad. I never have to ask people this shit either, so it's like rare I have to type something like this. God, my typing is ass. I just realized I misspelled like 4 words. Busy at work, don't know if anyone posted, but those small swings are nice. Yeah, dude. Thank you, man. Oh, he replied. I don't want y'all to see this yet. Seems fair. Yeah, yeah. Well, he's not active now because he's been busy, but he used to be pretty active in chat. And he used to be very interactive with me on like social media on Instagram. So there is some context there. That's why I'm giving him benefit of the doubt, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, he showed me actual proof. This is genuine proof. Dude, y'all have no fucking clue how much relief just shrouded over me just now. All right, I have genuine proof. This is a real account. Not only is it an individual cash account, it's a premium account on Webull. Pretty fucking legit. And I have seen his yearly gains. And they are pretty massive. Though that was a pretty large percent of it. But I would like for you guys to go into the result and review channel and drop fire emojis on Linwood's post and Brisk post, because those are both real. But I had to make sure. I spelled love wrong. How can someone do that? I was even scared to show it on stream because I was like, oh god, here we go again. But no, I do want to show him off now that I did put him in the spotlight because I did apologize to you. I just wanted to be fair to him. Yeah, good shit, Linwood. Paper or not, bro. You're getting your reps in. I also like that you tested yourself since you were doing paper. You didn't just do one for gains, right? You did multiple to test yourself on closing a bunch and then having a runner or something. I thought that was very cool that you practiced that. That is actually very, very good practice. And then very good job, Brisk. He's been in here for a pretty long time. He's just been inactive because he works at JP Morgan now. That's what he just told me. He works in liquidity stress testing. Oh, he has a new Instagram. He lost his Instagram because of the double authenticator thing? Hold on, I gotta go to Instagram. Am I even logged in? Yep. I gotta find his old page. If you don't remember, I also had a pretty nice page going. Let me make this smaller. But let's find Brisk. Well, I'll find his first page first. Oh, this is his new page. I followed it back. Yeah, here's his old page. So he lost access to this page somehow. 16.5. He had way more than I did. And he wasn't even around as long as I was either on Instagram. If you guys ever have any errors pop up, hit help, spam, collect garbage. Go back to charts. Pretty simple fix. Wait, could that be why I couldn't see APA? Nope. I don't know why I can't pull up APA in the 5-minute. I can trade it, I can see it on the 30-minute, the daily, but I can't see the 5-minute. That is the weirdest bug I've ever seen. Imagine if that was SPY. Oh my god, I would lose my mind. By the way, SPY did hit that first target above. We just have to see if we get past that now or build higher lows above this. So either or is still bullish. And honestly, you're still bullish as long as you're above this or until we see a major seller signal. But that would be a little risky. He can trade while working for JP Morgan. Well, he can only do some. But he said, I've been AWOL because of my last job. Oh, my last job at JPM, but I'm in a more lax environment at State Street. My bad, I read that wrong. He was at JP Morgan. He works somewhere else now. Sorry, I read that backwards. Working in liquidity stress testing. That's what he said. So you'll definitely see me more is what he said. Yeah, he used to be around a lot. You can type his name in chat, but I haven't seen him in a while, so. But he did tell me he was going to come back before posting that. I just was thrown off by that post. Because when someone says that, I'm like, oh, he's going to make some nice like trades here and there. Was not expecting that. But to be fair, too, though, he probably was in a really good size trade on NVIDIA, and NVIDIA did make a pretty massive move. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, those gains weren't possible. Like, no, those were very feasible on a day like today. But it's always good to make sure now, because in the past, and I won't name names, Mel, but I didn't really check some people's gains, and I would hype them up, you know, and it would kind of piss me off that I would put this emotion into these people, and then they would post fake gains, and then I'd go and, like, call them out, and they would actually try to defend themselves. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this is the moment where you should be saying, I'm so fucking sorry, please don't kick me. not fuck you and your group. Like, what? That's crazy. It's the crazy thing to say if you're not, actually posting fake gains, but it's crazy. And, all the emotions you put in people just sucks. But I have to make sure now because I do not want people seeing that kind of shit and then being like, oh my God, that's realistic. I should expect that too. So I had to make sure. You were wondering where he went? Yeah, I think he really was just busy at JP Morgan. He had told me too before, so it's not like I was oblivious to all this, but I just forgot because it's been a pretty good amount of time. But no, I am glad to see that it was real, though. I am a little relieved. And I think it's just cool to have another big dog back in the chat. We have so many freaking people in chat who can just come back at any time. It's crazy. It's funny too. I had Big O hit me up the other day, Oscar, the original Big O in chat. He hit me up the other day too, talking about somebody wants to join the chat that he knows that he's friends with or whatever. And I was like, yeah, dude, send him the links. And I gave him some of the links to help him out. What went down with Mel? Oh, Mel was posting just a lot of fake gains. I don't want to get into it because I'm not trying to bash the guy like this late in the, this late in the whatever, but he was just posting a lot of gains. And I honestly, it was crazy. I defended him during some of the proof coming up. And then I was proven wrong, and I was like, fuck. And I took a day off of, 2 days off of chat, and I came back, and I was like, all right, we got to kick mail, I got to do this, got to do that. I had to take literally, 2 days to, understand what the hell. But in short, shout out to For Profit. For Profit is another person. He's probably one of the few old group owners that is in my group that I trust. And he really just does good, investigative stuff when he's in my chat. But, if you know For Profit, he used to have his own group. I don't know where he is now. I think he's in someone else's group now, more active, but he still does check in on the chat here and there, and he would look at his trades, basically, and I'm not joking, he backtested 50 of his posts, and he sent me all of them, and he found that 4 or 5 of them, the biggest ones too, were all fake trades. And the only way we were able to figure that out, because he screenshots his screenshots in a way where you can't see all the information. He just posts the meat of everything. The only way we figured out that Mel was, and I've never seen someone get caught like this. He posted a trade that had let's say 3,000 contracts, right? Let's just say 3,000 contracts on a trade. We would look at that options chain for the day, and that option never once had over 3,000 options at any point in the day. And once I saw that, it kind of broke my heart. There was never enough volume or open interest to support that kind of trade. There wasn't that many on that contract ever. And I think it was a bigger number. It was closer to 10,000, if I believe. And yeah, I loved his energy too. J-Bake, well, that was just me and him just bumped heads. I don't hate J-Bake. J-Bake's still cool. He's just not in the group, but he's cool. I don't know. When I'm doing that stuff to people too, some of them take it personal, but I don't think that they remember that I literally run a group. I'm not responsible for just me. I'm responsible for myself and a lot of the people in the group. And even though I'm not, I don't ever sit up here and I'm like, guys, follow me on this play and you'll get I've never once said those words, and I never will, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to act like one. I'm a guy who has a couple strategies, and people enjoy it and follow along, and they learn them themselves too. I don't have a paywall that stops them from learning the strategies. They could literally come into my chat, learn it for free, ditch. That's literally how this is set up. So we do have a smaller audience, but a lot of my traders are worth 10 times any other trader. I would literally put any one of you up against 10 of any other trader from any other group. Except maybe Stock Market Live guy, because he's pretty fucking smart. Exactly. Open interest is only updated at the end of the day, I believe. Or maybe it's at the beginning of the next day. I can't remember. But either way, yeah, only once a day. But volume is constantly changing. Exactly. How could you have 10,000 contract volume on a contract that only had 15 that day? Now, in his case, it was there was 1,200 of that day. But he had triple that number or something. And it was not possible at all. Not feasible. And I waited too. I didn't just ban him instantly. I waited until For Profit gave me more proof, right? Because I was defending Mel at that time. I was like, nah, bro, this could be just a glitch. But then he sent me more, and I was like, this can't be a glitch. You know, sometimes two people are malicious. Sometimes people just want to see someone get kicked. So I have to also be aware of that too. So I have to genuinely give all of you the benefit of the doubt until I see just overwhelming proof. And then there's no defending you. I have to let you go. But I don't think most people in my chat are thinking like that. That's just some of the bad eggs. Exactly. It's hard to hide a very big trade like that. But for the longest time, you could see why it was impossible to figure out if they were real or not, because he was only posting gains, and he would wait until the market was actually moving to be like, yeah, guys, I'm up this much or down this much. And sometimes he would post losses, but if you ever paid attention, he never posted losses that were, like, big, but he always posted gains that were big, which is bullshit. I'm sorry. He's not PJ Matlock. I'm not trying to act like he's a god tier trader, because he's not. Like, Meld was not. He had a good sense of things. And he had amazing energy, and I think that's why all of us really found it hard to believe. Because genuinely, I love that too about a lot of you. Like, a lot of you just bring in this energy that just re-wakes some people up. When I see React and Carter going at it in chat, I get fucking hyped. Because I know that they're a really good team. I'm like, fuck, that's nice. I want to be a part of that. Like, that's cool. But gotta keep the vibes up. Gotta keep the vibes up. NVIDIA's still holding, by the way. Not gonna lie, that's still looking pretty good. AMD, good liquidity grab here. I'm going to switch this chart to SPY real quick, because I need to see if we're still bouncing against this, and we are. Very indecisive candle against this level. Another small body candle right now on the 5-minute. And I don't think I'll post another swing today, guys. We did 2 yesterday, and we're going into more data tomorrow. I'm not going to try to play my luck twice. So I think we'll wait till tomorrow settles, then we'll try to get another swing at the end of tomorrow. But we won't force anything. But I think today you should still all look for setups, regardless of how tomorrow works. Up or down, I don't care. But find setups, and then going into the end of tomorrow, you could maybe still use that setup. So that's my opinion on how we should move forward on some of the swings. But is anybody trading right now, or are you guys just kind of chilling? Does anybody look at anything or need to look at anything? SPY having a hard time breaking pre-market high, might take puts. Not a bad risk. You have a very clear risk area above you. If it gets above 650, 450, I'm assuming that's where pre-market high. Oh, yeah, that is, because it went up and rejected it. Yeah, this is PMH. So I guess there's 2 reasons to have this level. I kind of forgot about it because I turned extended hours off. TTD dump today? Dude, I was fucking watching that. Oh my god, they are falling off a cliff. Bro, that might actually just keep cascading down into these lows. And if it goes lower than that, I'm a little worried for that chart. I was a little worried for it because of the weekly, specifically. I mean, this reminds me of like Netflix and Meta when they first started dying. Just for context on that, by the way. These fell forever. And yes, they did eventually recover, but it gives me that Netflix Meta vibe. It's a lot of selling. Those are weekly candles. It's crazy because that is actually a large candle, but this makes it look like nothing. Yeah, I won't lie. I put that on my list, and I was like, I gotta start watching. Or maybe you said it, and I started watching it. Either or. I did like Rose sitting on the daily. Dude, TSM. Rob, you were fucking on it with this one, dude. I'm assuming you already got out yesterday, but dude, fucking amazing job. I like to do this too. I don't like to look at this in terms of like, oh, I could have made more. I like to look at it as like, damn, like I really called that a nice one. And this is what you did. You did a really good job. Even if you ended up fucking up yesterday or like it didn't do great, like look how today did. Like you ended up calling out a really, really good potential play. Oklo starter position on puts, dude. Everybody listen to Sandollar. This, I think I'm just gonna blindly follow Sandollar. Yeah, okay. Which option are you getting? I'm genuinely just gonna follow you blindly. You were 3 minutes behind. Rest in peace to Alexis. Almost called you Sandollar. Okay, he said starter position on weekly puts. So that means he's buying puts of this week. Okay, this week actually has really good open interest. I just said I wasn't going to swing, but I think I am going to blindly follow him on Oklo. You took profits. Oh, that's right, you did. I remember reading that. Your greed is crying on the inside. Don't let it, man. Don't let it. Think about it how I said it, man. Like, you did your damage, dude. We both said it's going to go hit a new all-time high, and you knew it in the inside of you. You knew it, and it did it. And you took profits. You followed your plan. We didn't sit there and say, let's hold 2 days of all-time highs, you know? I think that would be a little crazy to do. You did your damage, and it kept going. I think that just speaks to the volumes of the setup that you found. Not to, oh, you suck at holding. I don't think it speaks to that. Are you asking Sandollar to spoon feed you? Now, in Sandollar's case, it's a little different, because he has posted Oklo, Open, and like 6 other tickers. Not even joking, just this year alone, probably at least 50 times. And I would be willing to say he's like 80-85% correct of the time. I don't normally hype someone up in chat like this, unless it's like Leland. But Frankie/Sandollar has been posting these week in and week out, and he is most of the time correct. And he will never tell you that because he is too humble. He just goes in chat, and he does exactly what I wish everyone did. He just does whatever he wants to do. He's doing Oklo, he's doing Oklo. He don't care who's paying attention. He don't care how many emojis his fucking post gets. He doesn't care. Oh, yo, check out Premium, bro. Sherman posted today, too. I love seeing Sherman win. That's another big dog in the chat. He's really good with the EMA strat, too. No, I know you're just teasing me. But I wanted to make that clear because I don't normally like to hype up someone like that in my chat to put pressure on them. But in Sandollar's case, it's a little different. I'm not putting pressure on him. This man needs pressure. This man needs some sort of pressure on him. He's a little unstoppable lately. Let me check on Grass-Fed, see if she's still in a video. Triple Q testing previous all-time high. Sorry, I read that late. Dude, good updates today. I mean, y'all always have pretty good updates, but really good updates. I think the floor of everybody in here has definitely increased over the past couple months. Even during when I wasn't streaming super actively, y'all were kind of picking up the floor. Our ceiling is all-time highs, but our floor is definitely off the ground a lot more now. And make sure you guys are patting yourselves on the back, as well as your fellow trader in the chat, because that positivity is everything. Oh, he's at work and he's doing that. You're a badass. I like to give props too to some people who are literally at work and they're catching some of this. It's like, dude, you're kind of killing it. I'm literally sitting on my ass in my room and you're at work. That's pretty cool. If y'all saw the shuffled songs I was getting today, you would be baffled. Does anybody have a dope YouTube playlist I can listen to? I'll listen to anything at this point. I've listened to everything YouTube has sent me. I've gotten to the point where I'm not even just getting listed songs. I'm getting listed like songs with edits. It's kind of funny. Spy, by the way, Devontae, just hit today's open. I don't know if you're still shorting, but that is a really good initial target already. Remember, guys, this is still an uptrend day, so to see a bounce at today's open is high probability. If we do see a break of that, though, then a test of today's low is very possible. But today's open is a very big barrier. That's that 653, 63 level. In case anybody's wondering. So it's okay, we're seeing a green candle. I would envy Sandollar if he only posted updates of the beach. Oh. He does do a crazy amount of posts, and we always make fun of him a little bit. Not in a good way, because we love Sandollar. But some of his images are, like, so good, we're like, bro, you're AI. So we just type AI sometimes with no context. But it's just because some of his pictures are, like, so unreal. Like, I mean, they're all real, but you know what I meant. Some of his pictures are, like, him and Lelands are, like, literal desktop backgrounds. Buy now, pay later company. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got me a little excited. Do you know what time it IPOs? I would love to get in on a little IPO action. That's not a crazy name, too. Buy now, pay later is pretty good. I'm kind of waiting for a new airline company to IPO. That'd be cool. Alright, nobody sent me a YouTube playlist. You all suck. I'm going to click this, I think. Ow. Nope, zero idea. I'll look it up. Claire IPO. Or Clar. What did I say? Claire? IPOs do not have a single release time, but typically between a range of 10 Eastern Standard and 2 Eastern Standard. So between 37 minutes ago and a couple hours from now. So it could come out any moment. Should I do this? Can't you do like a sub chart right here? We'll do that. And then whenever it pops up, the data will start loading. All right, cool. Because I don't want to have it on its own chart, but I definitely wouldn't mind watching it. Now let's see if I can investigate to see if there is an actual time for this specific IPO. That would be cool. I bet ChatGPT could help me. You are definitely correct on the date. Damn, GPT is saying the same thing. It says expected trading start, and then it says today's open. Yeah, that's not right. Okay, so yeah, it must just be a set range. I almost promise there's a place you could see the exact time, though. I just don't know it. Holy, did you see how much the IPO is? 1.37 billion. Ending a year-long wait for a listing and reinforcing a rebound in the U.S. IPO market. Oh, so they were actually wanting to join before and didn't because they waited. Yeah, because they probably were trying to join when the IPOs weren't really getting hyped up that crazy. The buy now pay later BNPL lender is leading a slate of 7 companies, including I'm not reading all that. They also own crypto exchange Gemini. Oh, no, they lend to them. I see. Poised to go public in New York by Friday and what is set to be the U.S. market's biggest week in years. Jesus. On Tuesday, Klarna and some investors sold 34.3 million shares at 40 each, above the market range of between 35 and 37. This going public is really an opportunity for primarily new shareholders, no shit, our 111 million consumers and others to really partake in that journey to disrupt the financial service industry and be the next generation of personal finance. Let's see what the CEO looks like. Oh, wait, this is the CFO. Let's look at the CFO. CEO of Klarna. His name is crazy long. Does this guy not look like he should be an actor? Sebastian something? He's been the CEO since 2005. I was going to be like, what other companies has he helped with? But that's probably it. When customers dial their hotline, an AI CEO pops up. What? Picks up? Dude, what is with all these pop-ups? Oh my god, it's because I went to Bloomberg. Klarna's AI replaced 700 workers. Oh god. They're just like Microsoft. Sorry guys, I had to let you go. Got any issues? Take it up with ChatGPT. That's actually depressing, bro. Imagine getting let go and your boss, your CEO, the guy who runs your company, says, dude, just take it up with ChatGPT if you have emotions. It's a crazy reality we live in. Good looks on Oklo, yeah, for real. Yeah, good looks, Sandollar, if that is your real name. Did Sandollar ever tell me to strike? I'm just going to think for myself and choose one. Robinhood has IPO access. They always only give me 1 share, though. I got Clar at 40. Oh, so you're about to be rich today. The bounce is still holding at today's open as intended, guys. If we go up and see a rejection again, though, I have to assume that we will break today's open. But right now they're holding it. Dude, I still see your name, Dr. J, and I still in my head read D-Touch first. It's weird. My brain is stupid. It's like it only sees the D and T in your name. Oh, that's D-Touch. You're getting 70? Oh. Okay, I actually fuck with this pretty heavy, bro. No, I fuck with that heavy. Alright, well, there you go, Sandal. You're freaking him. Alright, well, there's one kind of risky, not as risky swing for everybody if they want, if they have to have something. There you go. Sandaller gave us a freebie. I'd keep your stops at like today's open though. I wouldn't go anything past that. And if you're waiting till the end of the day, that's also cool. Good shit, Sandaller. Thank you. No pressure on you, but thank you for giving us that. I'm sure I'll be congratulating you in 24 hours. I'm so tired, but today is so fucking awesome. He said if IV is above 70%, it's about 80%. Oh, I see why he's saying that. I was like, what? That makes more sense now. Actually, I bet Woots would do really good with my IV tool if he only caught like the orange IV charts. Because spreads are like really nice for the in-betweens. That's interesting. Nvidia is still going. Crazy movement on Nvidia. I'm glad you guys had balls to post that because I was so focused on AMD. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to cover before I just keep chilling like we are now? I'm just enjoying reading the posts and comments and stuff. Watching Spy and stuff. We can trade this chart out as well if anybody wants to change to something they're currently watching. Nvidia just now hit a pretty big target though. That's an emerging candle on the daily. The fact that it busted through one, went to the other is also insane. All in one session after it got up. I do have to end the stream early today, just to remind everybody again, like I said earlier. But I'll probably be going for another 30 minutes. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want me to cover in that time span, please let me know. I'll continue to watch Spy as well. But yeah, definitely be sure to let me know if there's anything you want to go over or look at. Sucks for you? Why? What's up? I'll still be around. I just have things to take care of in my house, and I can't be streaming at the same time. And there is that rejection so far. We are losing today's open right now. I would almost assume that that's 50% of that latest dip, too. Let's look. From the high to the low before a dip. And yeah, they are perfectly under it. I bet on the 1 minute that looks nuts. What's up, though, FIPA? How you doing today, man? Shout out Caddy Wish, am I right? Yeah, shout out Caddy Wish, man. Shout out Caddy Wish. Fucking idiot. I tagged that man 4 times and he didn't reply a single time. Doing good, man. I'm glad to hear that, Fipo. I'm doing really good today, I'll be honest with you. Caddy wishes the goat. Today we took profit on the AMD lotto for 314%. Then we took profit on an APA swing for 60%. And my gains still do not even touch most of my members, which is totally fucking fine with me. Some of them posted some pretty big shit. And I know some of them swung Nvidia, took profit, and then just chilled, or not even paying attention to chat or the market anymore, which is totally fine with me. Peaches? Like the fruit? Was there a person named Peaches? Heavenly Peach? Is there an inside joke I'm missing out on? No, the fruit? He doesn't like peaches? That's a weird fruit to not like. Actually, what is a fruit I don't like? I don't even know if there's one. All fruit. All fruit, A to Z. Melons are fine. I mean, I'm not reaching for cantaloupe, but it's fine. Oh, in his new video, I went to that video, I liked it, I commented, and then I added it to my save to watch later playlist because I genuinely want to watch that tonight. But I saw it was an hour. I was like, fuck, I gotta like actually set time to watch this. But I love watching Kai's videos. He's so fucking awesome. I didn't even know who he was till I saw him sub in one day for Polo's team, like last season or beginning of this season. I don't even know. I saw him play though, and then he like told us about him. I was like, oh shit, dude, Starfruit. I forgot about Starfruit. Shout out to Stardew Valley. New low on Spy. 653.40s, 653.30s. I can't speak English. I'm gonna be honest. I can't find a fruit that I just hate. I'm looking through this entire list, A to Z. And I can't find a single one. Like, would I reach for every single one of these fruits? No, but I mean, like, I don't think I hate them. I'd say my favorite fruit is probably pomegranates, though. I really love pomegranate. And I haven't had starfruit, but I've heard nothing but the most amazing things about this. I've heard this is pretty good, too. Some of these aren't even... Peaches, though. That's a weird one to hate. Starfruits are sick? Oh, dude. I gotta try it. Mango? Yeah, I won't lie. Mango's pretty far up there for me, too. Mango's pretty freaking good. You know mango's good, too, because when you taste, like, artificially flavored mango from something else, you're like, okay, that's still pretty good. But you can't do that with every fruit. Like, if you were to, like, eat artificially flavored orange, it would taste like ass. That's just how good mango is. No, mango's probably a top 5 fruit. I would put mango up there. Kiwi, I would probably put somewhere up there. Yeah, or strawberries, too. There's a lot. Fruits are hard to hate. Vegetables are easy to hate. I found that out. Because there's a lot of vegetables I do hate. But I'll eat pretty much any fruit. Fruit's like healthy candy to an extent. Yes, I did see the drama. I heard Polo talk about it for a little bit on his stream, and I didn't know what it was. I went to Twitter that next second, and something popped up on my feed that talked about it, and I was like, oh, that's what he's talking about. Because I didn't want to bother anybody and be like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Not everything needs a reaction, but when I saw it on Twitter, I was like, okay, this is pretty big. Yeah, that's bad. It's crazy how people treat other people. I'll go. That's as far as I'm going with that. Yeah, I thought that was fucked up. Steel Dre. Yo, Devontae, are you still trading this or no? He might not even be here. No, yeah, apparently hilarious, but apparently it's hard to be a decent human being. Yeah, it's apparently it is hard. I just I don't know. When I read stuff like that, it makes me think that they didn't ever like have social skills growing up or anything. Like not even social skills, but like nowhere near it. I don't know, like even the weirdest people I know don't talk to other people like that. Like it's just social awareness is crazy. And that's beyond awareness. That's like, dude, you're just dumb. It's crazy to me. You would think that like everybody has that social awareness, but no, they don't. Like you ever walk in a room and maybe you're like not friends with everybody, but you like kind of know everybody in the room, and maybe you could kind of feel like, okay, this guy's a little pissed or this guy's sad. Like let me not trigger that any further. You know how you can kind of pick up on that using like context clues or social clues, stuff like that. Yeah, most people don't pick up on that stuff. Or if they're like saying no to something, like some people don't hear that no. Some people literally hear, "Oh, okay, I'll continue to antagonize you." It's crazy. Like, but in your head, like in our heads, we're thinking everybody has that. But no, it's just not the case. It's crazy. Maybe we're just too autistic. Yeah, maybe that is it. We're so autistic, we don't even have like that sense in us to antagonize people like that. Like that's just crazy to me. I'll tell you what, I've had some weird shit like that happen in my chat before. I mean, not in person, but like people have said weird things to people in my chat before, and I'm pretty quick to cut that shit out. And just to be honest, like if you can't act right around women in a chat, you need help. It is insane when I see stuff like that. It's pretty bad in trading discords too, I'll be honest. I wouldn't even put it past like just gaming industry, but there's a lot of people in like Discord communities who do that shit too. It's disgusting. Yeah, you only say weird shit to guys. Exactly. To guys guys you're kind of cool with. I wouldn't walk up to a stranger and say some weird shit, but like you or Mark, yeah, exactly. Like you wouldn't walk up to some random person in chat and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like say some really weird stuff to them. Not tight like that, but again, you have that social awareness. It's sad how some people don't. But yeah, if anything like that ever happens in my chat, they just cut out quick. And we've had weird things happen in the past where like people like, "Oh, there's a girl trader in here. Oh my god, I'm gonna act stupid." Like, no, it's just insane. I got grown ass people in my chat. We don't need to deal with that. But yeah, pretty crazy. I saw they disbanded or whatever the word is. Broke up. I don't even know what you say it. How you call it. Let's check Discord. Oh my god, Hayes is typing in chat. I saw Hayes' name type in chat. They got kicked from the org. Acoustic. Yeah, there you go, Zai. I shouldn't have said the actual word. I almost said the entire R word earlier. Now I'm saying the A word. I should be saying acoustic. Because it's not to make fun of the word itself, it's to make fun of the people. Because trust me, I promise you, I've met someone with autism smarter than these people. So I think I think it's actually rude for us to be saying that. Because I think I'd put these people above them if that was like a thing. I'm not so fucking messed up saying that like that. All right, Spy, can you hold the new low? You keep hitting this new low, but you don't hold it. She's trying really hard to fall. 653.40 is being a stubborn level for the sellers right here. Bro said these people. I know. When I heard myself say that, I was like, wait a minute, this is this is pretty bad. I just got done talking about social awareness, and then I said that. He is an idiot, though, my teammate. Wait, who's your teammate? Can you analyze TECK? Something is happening around 4020. I'm interested to know what you think will happen. They just had major news. Yeah, we can look it up. I've personally don't know if I've heard of that ticker. I'm gonna leave Spy up on the left side for anybody who is still watching that. What is this company? Tech stock. That's a dope ticker. I'm not gonna lie though. Natural resources company headquartered in British Columbia is engaged in mining and mineral development. Oh, I hate mining stocks because there's not a lot of great ones. But let's check this out. I'm not trying to hate. Oh, I'm already on the monthly. I'm tripping. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the mining sector looks like right now. I don't even know what ETF to look at for mining right now. And I used to, but I just don't. I would compare this to whatever sector it's a part of and see if it's further up or further down than the sector as a whole. But what's the news that came out? Let me see. I'll just type it on Google. That's going to be hard to read. Tech news. Okay, they had a big $70 billion merger with a United Kingdom company, but they are remaining Canadian, is some of the big news. Anglo-American and Tech Resources to merge in latest mining deal of the decade. Yeah, so it looks like it's a pretty big fucking deal. This says 53 billion with Anglo, and then it says 70 billion UK merger. There's a lot of B's being thrown around. Let's see. Let's see. Tech mining market share. All right, here you go. Tech Resources holds a significant market position, especially in the U.S., for the copper, nickel, lead, and zinc mining industry, accounting for an estimated 10.1% of the total industry revenue. It's pretty good. Following their proposed merger with Anglo American, the combined entity Anglo Tech is poised to become a global leader in copper production, forming the world's 5th largest copper company. All right, so this puts them up there with copper, with the Anglo one. I don't know what the other one does for them. The merger is a significant bet on copper by both companies, with the new entity positioned as a copper. What is the copper ticker I can look up? Is it this one still? It is. This is the copper futures chart, but not the other one. The London one is LME. The global copper mining market was valued at approximately 9.26 billion in 2024. It's projected to go over 13 billion by 2032. Other reports. Okay, so they're betting on the rise of this as well. This is due to the strong demand from infrastructure, electric vehicles, and renewable energy. It's for the broader copper market, not just mining. Projected to go to 368 billion by 2030. So all copper, not just the mining, but the entire market itself is projected to go towards 368 billion by 2030. It is currently 269 as of 2024. So they're expecting to get 100 billion in 6 years. Valuation, at least. That's interesting. So there's a big bet on the copper market right now. Looking at their daily, just had some of the biggest news of decades for that sector. Wondering if it's bullish or not due to the price action. If you want to check it out, their news. Yeah, I was reading some of that stuff. It's pretty interesting. Let's check it out, though. I would like to think that that's amazing news for them, but I would think at first that that does get a dip. So it's a little surprising to me that it's doing this. So I think now that you've gotten the news, you'll probably have this cascade a little bit, and we'll have to see what it does from there. But right now, like right here, right now, this is a very indecisive chart. You have a big red candle. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about this candle. This candle's inside of that candle, so it's just very indecisive right now from the news. So there's two things I think I would mark. One would be short term. One's going to be a little bit longer term. So this day opened here, closed here. I would take a fib, go from the close of this. This day opened here, closed here. We're going to go to here where the open is, because that's the gap. It looks a little weird, but that's actually the gap. This also gives us forward targets in case it does just, keep going up. So that's one good thing for short-term price action. Another thing we can do is jump out to the monthly or weekly. Actually, let me check the weekly first. What am I doing? There we go. And I might do a little cheating, I'm not going to lie. When I say cheating, I mean just making it easier for myself. But you see how we have this high right here? And really, I'm just looking for a halfway point to give myself some sort of control outside of that short-term information you and me just got. So we'll add that back in a second. So here's the high. This is the low of the move before it started. Yeah, before it started holding a little bit. So we'll have that marked. So now we know about 37 is a pretty good control level. So if it does dip back down, we can watch that. And then let's add back our fib. And I like to do this. So now I have a longer term piece of information. I have a shorter term piece of information. I could tell myself, okay, if it does pull back down, I need to see if it's wanting to hold this or not. And if not, then we know a higher probability picks up. It wants to go to this day's close again. Or whatever recent high there is. Probably the close, though. Any dips that hold this, though, we can start to look for pick back up towards the 40s again. And in case it does just start launching without you and me really understanding why, besides just the overall hype, we have some targets to look at. But I think something outside of that you could do is go to the monthly and mark a lot of emerging candles, but this doesn't really have a lot. It's a little ugly of a chart. Marking the tops of your green candles of your most recent trend would be alright. Yeah, it's going to line up with some of our levels. So that's how that would look if you filled it with as much as you could with just consistent info. But I would 100% focus on the white levels first. Short term, this is indecisive, and I don't really want to jump on something on the end of news. I don't think you do either. So I would look to see if this pulls back a little bit more for discount buys off of good news. It looks like somebody bought the rumor, and they definitely sold the dip. So we'll see if it keeps dipping. But you have a very indecisive candle, but this is probably because today's overall market opened higher. So I'm not surprised that this is just sitting in between this. I don't know. I don't really have deeper opinions on that. I think that's all I got. Again, I'm not, huge into mining, so I don't know everything. That's why I went and read a little bit first. Because I don't understand everything about it. I don't even know how big the market is. That's why I had to look. But good find, honestly. This isn't a horrible find. I didn't even know there was a copper investment like this, where there's not just billions, but tens of billions of dollars betting on the copper market rising. So they seem pretty confident. Them and Anglo. Anglo Tech is going to be the new name of this company, I guess. Anglo Tech. It's a pretty cool name. We can add it to our little list if you want. So if you ever bring it up again, I can just click it real quick. Not a bad find, though. Oh, and they do have enough information for this. Let's check out their IV rank. Hold up, we gotta find another song first. All right. I can't see it. 3218. 13.81. It should be like yellow. I think I typed that in wrong. I did. Son of a gun. 3218, 1381, 1381. Yeah. So actually, it's got buyer's volatility, which is crazy. So yeah, I think you should look for some dips first. Basically, this is the implied volatility for the year. This is like what the market is pricing in forward for the chart for the year. So if you divide it up by the square root of whatever amount of time you're looking for, like in this case day, you divide it by the number of days, number of weeks, number of months, so and so. And this just shows that the implied volatility on the options themselves have higher probability of them being a buy, like they're more buyer favored, is what I'm trying to say. I just can't speak English. So that's what that displays. Anytime it's orange or red, these will be like medium or high, these right here. And that'll tell us that it's more seller favored, more seller options favored. So, not a bad sign for you. So if you see any good dip buys, it looks like your options actually do favor buyers. This will update though, so I do want you to know that. These updates live. You can already see they've already adjusted a little bit. 1381, 1334. So. And when you see this number, honestly, it's pretty fun to do in your head. And maybe you guys could, and genuinely, if you go read the document that's tied to the video for this, either on YouTube or Discord, you'll see it for yourself. But this basically is a percentage. So if this is, let's get an easy one, 5. What's the, out of 100, what is the other number? 95. So you have 95 and 5, right? That means 95% of the time, the IV is above this. 5% of the time, the IV it's currently displaying is below this. If you guys did not check that out, I would go watch that video as well as have the text document at your disposal. It's pretty much a little cheat sheet. Trump just truth. What's with Russia violating Poland's airs? Dude, yeah, I saw that stuff yesterday, and I was like, God, Trump's gonna say something. I mean, he needs to. He's the president, but I was like, fuck. I'm tired of hearing Russia. I did see the Poland airspace thing, though. I don't know if it escalated or not. I genuinely have no idea. But I did see that they had Russian drones flying in Poland airspace, which is a big fucking no-no. Especially over Poland. Not gonna lie, I caught unusual options activity on it. A $1.1 million straddle, and I copied it. I caught it right as it was placed, but I'm speculative. Are you still in it, or how did that do? Was that like an older trade, or was it from that pop? And if you don't have to answer. I'm just curious how that went. SPY is still pulling back, guys. We talked about how this is honestly turning bearish as long as it stays under this. The break of today's open definitely triggers it a little bit more, and now that we've been seeing lower highs on it, it definitely supports this pullback. Devontae did a really good job calling out puts in the stream. I think he's either still in them or he already did his damage and he's out. But either way, that was a really good call out, and it had really good reasoning behind it. This is actually my favorite kind of retest. It just kind of sucks because it was above the today's open, and then you had to wait for that break for a further retest. But either way, you had the rejections of this, you had lower highs, so it just started picking up more and more and more. And we are on the 1 minute right now, but that's because normally when I draw this fib, I love to watch it on the 1 minute. It's genuinely just fun to watch. They do play out a lot. I'm not joking. You guys need to be looking for these kind of trades more and more and more. These are beautiful setups. They just take time to find. Notice how we're going towards the end of the first part of the day to find this? They're not always going to pop up right there in the morning. You got to wait for consolidation or something, or rejection of something. And it's got to actually equal to the 50%. Got to make sense, too. You can't just randomly be drawing that. Very, very good call out, though, by Devontae. I wanted to give him props. And I've been following up with that ever since he posted that. That's a very, very nice post. Oracle is wild. Yeah, Oracle's on liquid methamphetamines today. Oracle and Nvidia, dude, but Oracle especially. Oracle, Nvidia, AMD did a kind of a good jump, but not as impressive as these other two. And Oracle, I mean, nothing touches this one. It's funny because someone in my chat actually posted this before yesterday's earnings. It was right after the news, so after the pop, it expires. Oh, you're still in it, okay. How is that doing right now? I'm genuinely just curious. And again, if you don't want to answer that question, don't feel the need to. Nobody in here has to answer anything. But I'm just curious. How is that doing right now? I don't do a lot of spreads, so that is just genuine curiosity coming out of me. October 17, 30. Oh, you told me them. 38 call, 35 put. Got your little net. Benny. I go into chat. I'm just like, all right, what did I miss? Hayes. What did I miss in here, right? And I see Benny's message. He said, just peeped Oracle. Good God. Yeah, they're kind of killing it. Let's see what my boy Woots posted. Yeah, AMD does have the habit of doing that. I agree. Is there any good rocket memes? Oh, wait, I can just make my own. Hold up. A50 BMD. He didn't even take it? I thought he did take it. What an asshole. I still give him credit, though, because you did technically call it out. Imagine if that's actually how astronauts did things. Rockets are just like cattle to them. It's up about 4%. Tech keeps pushing towards 40, but keeping a supply wall, I guess. But I'm not sure that's why I asked. LOL. Oh, okay. No, you're good. I was just curious, too. I was really wondering if I should be looking forward to break past 40 to 41, or indication that, yes, this is bullish. Okay. Here, I'll give you a more descriptive answer then. I'll be honest with you. The more it rejects this, the worse this is going to get for you. Or actually, I don't know how this works for your spread. I don't really even know what spread you have. Or the type, I should say. But I would say, because you have an inside bar right now on today, keep notice of that. because this is gonna, like, let's say this is the day, right? The day's not over, but let's say it is. You need to be paying attention because you have only a couple levels to really pay attention to. You have previous day close, you got that level here that we drew, one up here, and then the barrier down here, right? So if it breaks down, you're expecting that. If that breaks down, you're expecting that, right? And if it breaks this, holds this, you really need to retake this to get back up to the 40s again. And then a break over both of these levels here would definitely bring you towards the 4150 and the 4240 from that bigger time frame that you may draw. So I would say that's your direction for both sides. I'm not just going to sit here and be like, yeah, this is bullish, or yeah, this is bearish. In my opinion, it's indecisive on the daily, and it does need a short-term pullback. But that doesn't mean it has to break this level. It can just go down to this level, or even just the close. And then maybe that's all the liquidity it needed. Who knows? So I'm not trying to scare you or like anything like that. That's just how I see it for each direction. And you're going to see me do that on pretty much each post. I'll always, like, even when I was sitting here covering the bear setup to go back down when we rejected here and had the lower highs, I was even saying, like, but if we get back over this, that's your risk. You have very clear risk of, oh, it's back over that, let me get the fuck out. I was shorting that, you know? It's good to have a spot where you're like, okay, do not let this break. And if it does, I'm not in this anymore. For both sides. Doesn't matter if you're profiting or cutting your losses. It's the same thinking on both sides. A good question. Sorry for not completely getting that answer out to you in the beginning. This is going to be Fig one day. We're all going to wake up one day and this is going to do this. Fig's going to do that one day. I'm feeling it. The new Adobe. Starbucks is still selling. Dare I look at those contracts? Oh my fucking... Alright, back to charts, guys. Let's see Sophie. I also like to check on my losers. Since I cut this one the other day, I like to check on it. It looks like I would have been alright this morning, but I mean, I'm not really writing home about that. But you should always definitely look at your plays after you're out of them too, the day later or 2 days later, just on the daily for your swings. Never know what you might learn. Inside bar and UNH, that's probably going to stay like that today. Okay, this chart's getting insanely impossible to look at. Oh. There we go. So much cleaner. The discipline to stick into that is my bug. Dude, it is. It's hard, man. I'm not going to ever sit here and be like, dude, that's so easy. Like, me sitting here and explaining that, any jackass could do that, right? It's not special what I'm doing up here explaining that to you. We all know what to do. But it is fucking difficult. I agree with Carter's point there. But I think we just need to understand that, like, it's not about our emotions or our feelings. It really is about, like, doing the right thing as much as we can to give us the highest probability scenario of not just winning that day or that week, but maybe even growing our account over the short haul, over the long haul. So I think it's about just trying to choose the lesser of two evils, no matter what situation you're in, as much as you possibly can. You know, we're not 100% going to be aware of every single situation like that, but... Damn, that's a nice inside bar breakup by Reddit. I almost wanted to short this yesterday, but then it wicked up in the end of the day, and I'm glad we didn't. I really wanted to short that, though. That is a beautiful bear setup. No follow-through yet, though. Oh, that's tech. We're back at the bottom already. Kind of just reminding myself where some of these are. Sound, I got to keep remembering this one. I need this to pull back here so we can buy another dip. Actually, let's do this. What's the low to the high? Okay, 1367. What did I just click? Come on, Clara, where are you at? You ever like have a video you're trying to find, you just can't for the love of God find it? That's me right now. And I don't even remember what I'm looking for. I just remember part of it. Oh, I think I found it. Nope, that's not it. I can't find it. I give up. Oh my god, I found it. No, good point, good point. Worst case scenario for me is that it literally stays at between 36 and 39. If it goes above 40, I'm good. If it goes below 35, I'm good as well. Oh, okay, okay. So you don't need a net. Yours is like the opposite of what I was thinking of, actually. I was thinking of, what is the name of that where you're an, what the fuck? Iron Condor. You're like the opposite of a condor right now. A condor, you want it to stay in between your range. You're the opposite of a condor. You're looking for it to leave that range. I found it. I found it. It was a freestyle I was trying to find. My bad hitting with B. I'm not the most educated with spreads. I used to be like on par with so many people, but I just have not paid attention. I just have forgotten some of the information. I just haven't been looking. But that's how I remember it. I remember the net. Condor's like a net. Your opposites are like a not net. It's the opposite of a net. You don't want to catch the price. You want it to leave the range. And then you got calendar spread. You got all this other good shit. Selling calls. Buying put. SPY buyers try to get back above that 652.83. They are rejecting it right now. Inside bar breakdown. This has the energy to make it down to a new low of day in 652.20s. Retake of 652.83 definitely gives a little bit of short-term confidence to buyers. When I say short-term, I mean it. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Honestly, you guys did a really, really good job. I meant to show that earlier. You guys did a really good job with the last two streams. This one. Fucking 38, including me liking my own stream. And then 35. That's pretty fucking nuts. This thumbnail's alright, I guess. It's not the worst. It's basic. That's what I was going for. You can see the days I don't do the stream starting soon. That's funny. If you guys haven't already, I would definitely sign up for the YouTube. If you're already in Discord and you have access to all the trading videos, then ignore what I'm saying. But I would check this stuff out, guys. It's pretty interesting. Like the IV dashboard, how to use context, like watching a movie. Sometimes just random videos like that, but view all. You can look at just member videos? Oh, that's fucked up. How do you look at just member videos then? They updated the UI a little bit. A world of benefits. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's pretty cool, though. Yeah, if you guys are not in the Discord, this is like the cheapest thing you can get that like gives you the extra stuff. But honestly, like I said before, you don't need to get anything. There's tons of other shit here. But I gotta remind everybody, there is things you could sign up on and get. I would also check this out if you guys are not that good with candlesticks. You can also just download the document yourself. Oh, wait, it's not in the description. It's in the Discord, though, for free. This is not a paid document. You can get this for free. That only has 84 likes. Tripping. I took 56 minutes to do this. Kickers. These are some of my favorite. Of course, I skip right to it. God, I remember when SPY was here. Post-COVID trading was actually the best. I don't care what anybody says. There's my other favorite candlestick. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Or whatever. It was the piercing line. But yeah, cool stuff in here. Leland worked his ass off making this. I did the video, but he made this. Every little picture, every little detail. I'm pretty sure like 99% of the pictures too are not even from like other sources. Like I know one of these he genuinely actually made because he didn't like how one of the images looked. Yeah, you could tell those are his charts. No, I don't want to hear my voice. Dark cloud cover too. It's amazing how this can be taken as a day trade setup too. Like anytime you see a dark cloud cover or a piercing line going up, you could even take this going into the next day. Which this one sucks. It just gapped down and kept going. But you could end up taking really good trades under this area. Sometimes even as it's holding. So I would definitely check that out. The playlist too, BB Theory. Y'all need to be going through that. During COVID and the shutdown time was crazy. It really was. What's up, Gary, by the way? What's up, dude? Shit. I should be glad I'm not in Sophie anymore. Imagine justifying that today and like, I'm going to keep holding it, and then it does that. Oh, that would have sucked more than just cutting a small loss. See what I'm saying? Like, in that moment, I didn't know that that was a lesser evil, but we knew that it was the smarter decision to just cut and not keep holding that. What does it do the next day? A range of emotions. I'm not even going to sit there and try to act like I would have managed that well. I hate when people do that, too. It's like, that next day sucked. It would have been hard to manage that. So I'm glad we just took the lesser evil option. And sometimes choosing that lesser evil in the moment doesn't feel like it. It'll feel like you're fucking up, like you're abandoning your play. But in reality, sometimes it really is just letting it go. And if it does go, so what? You weren't comfortable enough to hold it. You want to feel good when you're in your trades. You actually feel like you're in control of it. You're making the right sound decisions. It is a very hard battle, though. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not trying to make it easy by saying it like that. I just want everybody to understand, like, you're not crazy. And everyone most likely experiences what you're experiencing. It's just about how you maintain it, how you control it after that. And what the F apple. I was right about it earlier. I said one of two things, which I guess I couldn't have been wrong in that scenario, but I said this is either going to follow SPY, and SPY's going to pump more, or SPY's going to have to pull back, and Apple's just going to keep going down. Because these can't be diverging that long. It's too heavy. Love your brain. Yeah, I love mine too. I wish it worked sometimes. But no, I feel you though. Like, I don't feel like sympathetic towards anybody in here, but I understand exactly what y'all mean. Like, it is a bitch. But just understand, like, you are making the right decision, and you need to be proud of yourself when you're making that decision of like, all right, let me get out. Because you made a plan that says, I'm going to get out if it does this or that. Like, stick to that. That should be how you give results to yourself. Yes, I understand the results of the market are your actual results, but in the short term, it is very smart to sit there and be like, you know what? I made a good decision. I wasn't comfortable. And even if it did keep going, I don't know if I would have been comfortable to keep holding that. You know, we need to be mature. We need to be realistic, because it is very fucking hard to do that when we have a range of emotions, you know? I couldn't think straight if I had some stuff like that happening to me. If we had held Sophie today and I tried to justify holding it and then it dumped like it did, I would feel like shit. That's my opinion on it, but easier said than done. Easier said than done. Don't sit here and act like what I just explained is easy. Like, it's not. And I don't want it to sound that way. I want it to make it sound like where you guys you don't feel crazy when you feel like that. You're not crazy. All right, guys. I think I finally ran out of time. I actually went a little bit longer than I was supposed to. I do need to go, though. I am a bit busy today. But I do appreciate the stream, seriously, guys. If I was to pull it up again, you guys have been doing an amazing job supporting the channel, head to toe, supporting the Discord head to toe. I really do appreciate it, and hope I can pay you back with these live streams and some of these little plays that we're taking, and stuff like that, seriously. And I hope we can get some more swings together. Remember, Aklo, shorts, weekly 70 strike. That is the next. I have it up there as like a lotto / actually good setup, and I only have it as a partial lotto because we do have market news tomorrow. It has nothing to do with the individual play itself. But we can't ignore the market. How you look at Chewy that did raise Outlook? It could be buy on this job since they raised Outlook. I can take a quick look for you. I was about to end the stream, but I'll look. Oh, well, they just had earnings. I can't really give you a solid opinion. Ooh. I'm glad you brought this up, though. I like Chewy. I would say let's give this a little, like another day or two. Whoever said that, Michael Anthony. I would look on your daily. I mean, not today, but over the next couple days and see if this area holds. Because this is actually where the last liquidity grab happened. So it's kind of funny they gapped down right to it. It's like perfect positioning. So I don't know if I'd be buying dips right here, right now, but you could definitely be looking at this to potentially catch a dip, considering this is where they literally got bought up last time. Not a bad find, though. I didn't even realize Chewy did that today. Is Chewy even on this watch list? Nope. We like the animal sector. Good find, though. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel, like I was about to say. You guys have done a really good job of supporting the channel head to toe and stuff like that, the Discord as well. Be sure to take advantage of all the videos and stuff that I've been posting and stuff, either from the streams, cuts from the streams, to try to just take the meat of it and then add it to whatever. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy that, go through the different content, enjoy some of the plays. I would also review some of your peers' plays, your own plays, some of the different posts in the chat itself, regardless of it being from me or a fellow trader in there. But yeah, I think I'm in the stream there, and thank you guys again for everything. This is a really, really, really good stream. I honestly had a really good day. And yeah, we'll see what we do tomorrow and Friday. But honestly, this has been a really kick-ass day. Slow start on Monday, good scalps yesterday. Or no, good scalps Monday. A little bit of a slow start yesterday. Had a smaller scalp than that yesterday as well. And then today we opened up with 2 really big swings. So I mean, this week's going really, really fucking well. We don't need to push our luck. We can use our context of how we've been doing this week to kind of move forward for the rest of the week. Tomorrow having probably the biggest news of the week. So probably sitting cash unless we just see a setup that's forcing our hands to get in because it looks so good. You know, that's the only kind of setup I think we should be going for in that kind of market. And then Friday, we'll see what kind of settling we get, because I could see Friday being a bit of a settle type day considering what kind of price action we've gotten this week already. But that's just me, how I see it right now. Things could change, of course. But thank you guys again. Seriously, I cannot thank you enough for the support on the stream. Seriously, I've been fucking enjoying the streams again. And I've been having a good time. Enjoying talking to you guys for hours on end. It's been really, really awesome. So thank you guys again. And I will see you guys in the next one. Go into the Discord. Let us know how you're doing during the day if you have any updates on the market or any tickers you might be watching. And do not forget to vote in the polls channel, people. I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day.